Hey friends, welcome back to the channel. Today we are taking a look at what I keep in my tool bags as a residential service plumber. I recently upgraded to the Veto Pro Pac tool bags. I was using a Milwaukee pack out structured bag, which is a really great bag, but I decided to go ahead and upgrade to the Veto. I'm really happy with it so far. I've been working out of it for about a week and a half now. I purchased the TP-XXL, that's the one here to the left, and it actually came with a free SP-MC, which is, as you can see, a much smaller bag. That's a rebate that's going on right now. I'm going to provide a link for both of these bags in the description. These are going to be affiliate links, so if you do place an order with by using the link, it does help the channel out. It helps me personally out, and I really appreciate that. However, I'm also going to be upfront with you that while you will get the rebate, provided you purchase it while it's still going on, by clicking my links, it's actually a little bit simpler to get the rebate free bag if you just go to Veto's website directly and just purchase through there. I won't get anything out of that, but I appreciate you watching. I still want you to know. That's how I did it, by going onto their website directly. If you purchase the XXL or another bag that qualifies, then they just automatically will throw in the SP-MC for you. If you purchase with one of my affiliate links or from another location, basically anywhere other than directly on Veto, then you have to end up filling in some paperwork and sending it in, and you'll still get the product, but a couple more steps to take with it. So either way, just thought I'd get that out of the way first. So let's go ahead and move on with the video. I'll go ahead and start with, before we even get involved with the bags, I'll start with my everyday carry items. So I have this, it is a Claris flashlight. This is the XT21X Pro. It's kind of missing the grommet on it because I am a very, I don't know, ADD, ADHD, I don't know, whatever the term. I'm always playing around with things. Maybe that's not even an ADD thing. So I've ended up breaking that grommet off. That's totally me. Man, I have gone through so many flashlights to find one that actually works properly and is bright enough for my needs. Finally settled on the Claris many years ago, and I've been using them for probably about 10 years. This I want to say is my fourth light. I usually have had to replace them because I have dropped them enough times that eventually it will crack and shatter in here. Still works, but I don't like having cracks on it. I think my first one I ended up replacing just because it had been enough time and the battery went out. I could have possibly got a new battery, but I upgraded to a brighter light. This thing puts out over 5,000 lumens, so I usually don't worry about using a headlamp or anything. I will just turn this thing on to its brightest setting, just set it down to the general work area where I'm working, and if there wasn't enough light there previously, just the ambient lighting from it is typically all I need. And it does have lower settings as well that you can use. I have also got this Milwaukee fastback razor knife. Just a really good quality razor knife, and it comes with a Phillips head, flat head, and 1/4-inch driver, which is really great for just general inspections. Testing out pressure on a home. I hook up a gauge to the water heater, and I got a little flathead right there. If I just need to tighten something down with the Phillips head, I have that available. And more recently, I picked up the little micro stubby and pouch from Pipe Vise. Really a big fan of this as well. This just stays on my belt. Nice little tiny tool that doesn't always have a lot of leverage, so I'm finding this isn't always the perfect tool for every application. Not that I really expect it to be, but it's great if I'm just walking through a home. I haven't really pulled out a bag yet. Maybe I need to tighten down a packing nut or something like that. It does also, on the back, have a little slot that I can put a driver in. So I've got a Phillips head driver I carry with me, as well as a 1/4-inch extension and flathead driver. These don't really stay locked in as much as I'd love for them to, so there's no like magnet or anything that holds it in place, but once you're pushing up against whatever you're trying to tighten down, it's fine. So anyway, that's it for my everyday carry. Move on to the bags. I sort of set these bags up separately, so my smaller bag is more of my inspection type bag, or maybe I'm doing a faucet or shower rebuild. I'm aiming to have pretty much everything I need in that bag, so I can just take in my lighter, smaller bag, carry that with me. And then the larger bag is for situations where I need more tools, a little bit heavier, and it's got more of a variety. Hanging on the bag, some of these are new. I haven't actually had a chance to use this one yet. I've got this little Milwaukee ratcheting driver set. So I saw this at the store and thought this might be nice for situations where I'm right up against something tight. I've had a few times where I want to maybe open up an access panel and it's up against an appliance or something, and I've got room to work, but it's a little bit challenging to get a tool to open up the access panel. So purchased that for that situation. I've yet to use it. Here on the sides, I've got some Teflon tape. I've got a large pair of needle nose pliers, which I'll frequently use if I'm unclogging a tub drain that's got hair right there at the source, or something of that nature. Sometimes I use them if I need to pull the pin off of a Moen shower valve. It's great for that. On the other side, I've got a set of Wera Allen keys. These are in Imperial or SAE. Doesn't have every single size, but it's got pretty much everything I need for day-to-day for the most part. There's one exception I'll show you on the inside in a minute. And then in the back, I carry some white caulking and some clear Lexel, which I'll use to seal around tub spouts or hose bibs. I don't really use that for making plumbing connections, but it's great for sealing around items. Front pouch, I've got some silicone grease lubricant for O-rings and gaskets on stems, cartridges. And if we open the pouch up, so on the inside, got a little can of pipe dope right here. This is one of my favorite brand new tools I just got. It is an electric screwdriver. So for the lazy person, you've got a bunch of screws to run in and out and you don't want to have something that's got too much torque. Really nice, been really happy with that. I typically carry a standard style screwdriver as well, so non-electric, but this is one of my favorite just manual screwdrivers by Wera. Got all sorts of bits inside. They're interchangeable with the electric, so I'll just swap them out. If I have a screw that I need to take off that's particularly stubborn, I'll get started with this one and then move on to the electric screwdriver. Moves a lot faster. I have also got I've got a little set of smaller SAE Allen keys rather with me, because these could be a little large, don't always work too well if I'm up against like a backsplash on a faucet. So sometimes these will work out a little bit better in tighter spots. I've got metric as well, but I don't carry them with me in the bags. I rarely ever need them. Got my pressure gauge for testing out water pressure. Just picked up this guy from Pipe Vice. Used it a little bit today. I was really happy with it. This is the Pipe Vice Amigo Slim. Yeah, just the Amigo Slim. And this has been a great tool so far. I've got Wera's little joker. This is the spanner. This is the M. This thing is awesome for use on a supply line nuts. I'm really happy with that. Carry a Knipex flat jaw pliers. I use a smaller one with the comfort handles. This thing is really, really nice for installing shower heads particularly. I'll use in other applications from time to time, but primarily purchased it for shower heads. Got tired of using a crescent wrench and having to make sure I have it lined up just properly. Little Wera jokers, they may work for that as well. I haven't actually tried that out, but I purchased this first a few years back and been loving it. Also got my smaller Knipex water pump pliers. These are the Cobras. Again, the comfort grips, got the push button on it, so it's going to lock in place. Used to use channel locks many years ago. Channel locks work fine, but man, if you want a night and day difference in quality, something that's going to make your job a lot easier, that's going to grip a lot better, and make you think the channel locks are toys, then man, these Knipex, they're expensive, but wow, they are nice. Recently purchased a little Allen key driver. This is a 764 hex nut by Wera. This one is actually not included in this set here. So I purchased this primarily for Moen Positemp valves. I come across a lot of those where I work, and this is the size needed to get those handles off. This has been so nice. And even though it would have been nice if the sides had been included in this kit, it's kind of nice just having its own dedicated one, not having to not having to look through to figure out which one is the right size. I have got another little pipe vise right here. This is the Micro 5. Again, good for packing nuts, good for tank bolts, closet bolts, things of that nature. I've been really happy with that. Carry a relatively slim chisel with me. I've been using these to knock out the inside of flanges when I pull toilets and I've got to replace the flange. I did recently purchase a drill bit that's supposed to actually take care of that for me, be a lot quicker and a bit of a smoother action. Have not yet had an opportunity to try that out, so this may be coming out of the primary tool bag soon, I'm not sure. Got what I would call a little stick level. I like using, or not a stick level, stick measurement, measuring stick maybe. I like using these over a tape measure in a lot of applications. If I'm trying to lay out exactly where something is and I've got to make some turns, then that's nice. I like being able to kind of offset on there. And it just feels old school, so I like that. And I've got a little Milwaukee pocket level. So I will, when I'm setting a toilet, can check the level to see how level the toilet is, if the flooring is out of level. Sometimes you have to choose between making the toilet perfectly level and making it perfectly secure and sealed. I'm always going to default to secure and sealed as opposed to level, but usually, most of the time, you can pull both off, and that helps out a lot with that. So that pretty much concludes what I have here in my primary tool bag. So that takes care of a lot of the jobs I'll come across. Not all of them, but certainly a lot. And then we'll move on to the bag I had intended to purchase, which was the XXL. This thing's heavy. It's got some weight to it. I got a lot in it right now, but I'll show you what's in here. Off here to the side, first pocket, got a little marker, and I also have some Knipex cutters. I believe these can be used on PVC piping. I use it on polypropylene or tubular drainage piping, such as traps, extension tubes, things like that. Gives a much cleaner cut than anything I've used previously. I've also got a pair of ratcheting cutters. I'll use this for PVC piping or sometimes for cutting plastic closet bolts that are holding the toilet to the floor. That's less common that I get involved with that though. I have got a garbage disposal key for unclogging or unjamming a garbage disposal. The motor doesn't want to operate. And a jam bar for closet bolts on a toilet. If you haven't used this product before, this is awesome. If there are brass bolts that have been used and they just want to continuously spin and spin instead of stay seated when you go to try to remove them, you can slide this over the bolts. It'll grab onto it. It's got some little teeth that will grab the bolt, and then you'll be able to remove it. Really awesome product. Makes life a lot easier in those jobs. Moving on to the other side, got my tape measure. I've got my shark bite depth gauge / deburring tool. PEX cutters, whether you like shark bite or not, as a fitting brand, and they make some really nice PEX cutters. I really love these cutters. And then here at the back, got my hammer. Now opening the actual bag itself, in the top pouch, top zippered pouch, I've got a set of just random bits and attachments. This could go into a pack out. I keep this in my tool bag, just to have various options with me at all times. Here in the top, I have got another knife. I like this one because not only do you have a standard razor knife style, you can switch it over to this mode here, which is really great for scraping away caulking or silicone. See, I've got a little hacksaw for times where you need to make a nice fine cut. Got a ratchet. Now with this ratchet, I'll use my tub twister tool. This is a newer product I purchased that I absolutely love. So you can install and remove old style, well, any style really, tub drains with this side of it. And this side here is awesome for extractions. I've previously used the golden extractor, which is pretty good, works out in a lot of situations. Man, you hook this thing into an impact torque wrench, purchased one specifically for this really. Man, this is awesome. I absolutely love this thing. Fantastic tool. I also recently got some more pipe vise products. So I've got this tool here, which is for little plastic lavatory nuts. Slide up there and you can hook it up to a ratchet. I've got a small little extension. I need to get some more extensions first. I just picked it up, haven't had a chance to use it yet. And this guy will take the place of a basin wrench. I have got a really good rigid basin wrench that I still keep on my vehicle, but this takes up a lot less space, so I like the idea of that. I do have a rigid sink installer tool, which will also get those plastic nuts. Install for sure. Removal, not always. Sometimes it's a little bit tight on that. It's got an attachment here to using a basket strainer. When you're installing a basket strainer, you can slide that over it, lock it in place, and then you can tighten things down nicely. I really like that as well. And it's got attachments for various supply lines and other random little nuts. I've seen guys use this style for install and removal of tub drains. I don't love the idea of that. I don't even think it's really recommended for that, but yeah, might work for you. I have an original dumbbell style tool install tool and removal for tub drains. It's becoming less and less commonly used now that we've got some of the more advanced products. A safety cut ferrule remover, or well, it cuts the ferrule rather on the pipe, then you can pull it right off. So if you're replacing compression stops and you don't want to use the old ferrule, that's a great way to go about that. I carry a couple of the additional Weir jokers. I've got the XL and the double XL, respectively. I use these for 1/2 inch fittings, 3/4 inch fittings. Been really enjoying these tools. These are great products here. And I have my larger and mid-size Knipex Cobra pliers. So same as the smaller one, that's got the button. Set it where you want to. It's not going to change on you. It's just really great pliers right here. Absolutely love them. Got a large Phillips head and a large flathead. It's also rated to be able to be used to hit on it with a hammer if you need to basically chisel something out. Don't use it a whole lot for that, but it's an option. I also just picked this tool up. Haven't had a chance to use this just yet. This is a gear clamp tool, and I believe it actually will accept other random bits and fittings. Cool thing about this is it's flexible. So the idea is for if there's like a Fernco coupling, then I need to kind of reach in place to get to it, or a gear clamp, hose clamp. Should be a lot nicer to use that. Here I've got a pair of vamp pliers. These things are fantastic if you have bolts that you can grab onto the head, but you just can't quite get it to spin out. Maybe they're stripped out entirely. Oh man, these things will grab onto those bolts and you can almost always remove them. Actually had a job one time where we were gonna have to replace a customer's entire tub shower valve. It was a price fister. It's got 4 screws that hold in place. One of the 4 screws would not come out, just completely stuck on there. Grabbed this tool, was able to get that thing right out of there and actually rebuild the valve for them instead of having to replace the whole thing. Put on some new screws so that wouldn't be an issue moving forward. Got another little pipe vise here, micro 10, just good for random scenarios where you don't need something large, just need to reach in and be able to tighten something down or loosen something up that's stuck. Got a couple of hollow nut drivers. I carry a 9/16 and a 1/2 inch with me. I've got more in the vehicle, but these stay in my tool bag. These are great for various tank nuts on toilets. Can also use them for securing toilets to the floor. And I recently purchased this tiny little flathead screwdriver. Sometimes it's nice just to have a itty bitty little small blade. Carry a mini chisel. This is a tool that I really like. I recently upgraded to this style. I had purchased a different brand and it didn't really work properly, but this one's great. So this is the Pasco compression installer for angle valves. So you can grip onto the compression nut, various sizes, and this tool actually will thread onto the threads on the angle stop, hold it in place as you lock things down. I'll put a link to this in the description. I know a lot of people, such as myself, are unaware of this till you see this online, so I'll put a link to this one if you're interested in it. This is another tool. I actually just bought this over this past weekend. I haven't had a chance to use this yet. Saw this, picked it up by Cobalt. This is designed for basket strainer nuts, where the nut, it's one of those larger style nuts that goes right up to underneath the sink basically and tightens it down. I have never really found a good tool that's truly designed for that. Even my large pliers don't really open up enough for it. I just always have to make it happen or cut the thing off. So I'm hoping that this will do what it says and really be good for getting a lot of those things off of there. Sometimes they get seized in place and you got to cut them off anyway, but it'll make my life a lot easier if that works. So I hope it does. So let's see, is that all I've got in here right now? I think that is. I've got more in the front pocket too. The front pocket, I carry a C-style cutter, rigid copper tubing cutters for 1/2 inch and 3/4 inch tubing. Got a little bit of cloth for cleaning out the piping, and mini cutters for when you really just need something in a tight space. So that's it. That's what I carry with me on my day-to-day tool bags. Of course, I got plenty more tools in the vehicle in various spots, but that's what I carry with me on the average job. So thanks for watching. You guys have a great day.